Ladies and gents, players and pimps, it's your boy Lando Sess with Top Sports Debate. We got something new with college football that I want to introduce to you guys, and I will be doing with different sports. It is week 5 college football, and I got some great bangers and free plays. I want to introduce a new product that I've been working on for a while that's been proven of winning, and I'm going to show you guys the insight because a lot of people have been asking, what is this new product? You go to Wild, you type in TSD, and you see the free one. The free community is great because you guys get free plays. You get the community. Go sign up for that. But when you click it, you see our $30 a month plan, free plan, and now you see Lock Logic for $80. You're like, bro, what is this for $80? And is it worth it? This is exactly what you're going to see. Now, for example, we have the top 25 college teams playing this week, right? And an average college fan, like since I'm a Michigan fan, I know what's all going on with my Michigan team. But, for example, I don't watch Texas A&M. This Big Ten, I know a little bit. I don't watch Tennessee. I know Penn State, Big Ten. I don't watch Missour. So what I do is filter with AI different plays. And for example, this took me over 5 hours. And what happens is when you sign up with Lock Logic, you still get the exact same stuff as a $30 plan. So you get all of that intact where you got the Discord, you get everything. But when you click Lock Logic AI plays, this is what you're going to see. And what I'm going to do is break down each game, and we're going to talk about the best play, the best prop for the game, and the best EV, expected value, correlation play, parlay, where you guys can get more value. So if y'all would like me to do more breakdown videos where it take longer, y'all can see the mindset, let me know. And for my regular Hall of Famers, we'll still have our plays, but this is something different so you guys can see it. First game on Friday, we got Florida State versus Virginia. And you see that right there. Now, when you break it down, you see Florida State is the favorite to win this one. You see where the money line is at. You got Virginia. The matchup context. Florida State balanced, but the QB is more dangerous with his legs and arm. Then you got Virginia quarterback Chandler Morris. He can sling that thing with a passing prop of 243.5. UVA best chance is through the air. The line movement jumped from 51.5 to 60.5. This is very, very, this is a flag. This is a clue right here. Because when you jump, when a prop is jumping that high, something happened and they like, yo, this is going to be a high scoring game. So I would definitely look at different touchdowns and a lot of overs with it. When it come down to it, the best single prop, we like Tommy over on rushing yards. He's a dual quarterback. He averaged double-digit carries. UVA defense struggle versus dual threat QBs, and a game script keep him involved. Now, when it comes down to best correlated play, we're going to add my buddy, and then we're going to go with Morris over with that. If FSU runs and lead, UVA will chase with passing volume. Great play. So what I do is we have this play, and I'm doing it all on Pickets where you can click this instead of it just being a FanDuel link. You can click it and look at this. You can add it to your FanDuel. See, is it available? Up? Didn't have it right there. Bam. Got it on ESPN. Got it on Draftkings. Got it on Caesars. Don't have it on, well, you can place it on Fanatics just individually. This is a game changer. I would love to do this with my regular at Hall of Fame, but it's so much harder and a lot more difficult with it. So the second game, we have TCU versus Arizona State. Looking at this game, we have a spread with ASU to win over 3.5 over 4 points. So they got them the favor to win. You see the total, 56.5. Matchup, TCU is 3-0. Look like they beat Colorado. Been doing their thing. So the QB, Josh Hoover, have a slight high passing line of 278.5. Team relies on downfield shots. So Eric McAllister, 72.5 yards, and you see who they have. When you're looking at it, key angles, TCU offense. Hoover is a heavy volume, has heavy volume potential. His over that. Look at that. And then I even added some touchdown props. But when it come down to the best one, you gotta look. There we go. That's how I can do it. And then just move it around. There we go. Best prop. We got Sam Levitt over 47 total rushing yards. The reason, dual threat QB and a projected shootout. As you design runs for him, and he can scramble when TCU pressure collapse out of pocket. Best correlated play, we have them right here like that. That's why it's so much better to have the plays and have things available like this. So that's what I have, and you got to definitely sign up. So what I'm doing for everybody is so you can check it out and test it out. Today, our chances with that. So those are Friday. That's Friday games. Now let's go to Saturday games starting. And a lot of these are smaller, so I'm going to be zooming in a lot, but it make it easier so I won't have to keep on sending it to myself. Alabama versus Georgia. This is a great matchup that everybody want to see. I will be watching this game. This should be a good one. People been hammering Georgia money line like crazy with this one. They are the favorite to win by 3. Classic SEC heavyweight class. Georgia has a defensive edge at home, while Alabama will leave on their quarterback to move the ball. The best props we like is Bama over on passing yards with his quarterback. And Georgia defense is elite, but Alabama only realistic path is through the air. With Bama likely trailing, Simpson could throw 35 plus times. Over 270 is a strong value. Best EV parlay. Ty Simpson, Young receiving yards, and Williams over on receiving yards with that one. Next up, now it's a bunch of games. We're only going to do the top 25 ranked teams because we only care about the ranked teams. Mad my team is not playing this week, Michigan, but give us a little break, I guess. Game breakdown, another SEC showdown. Battle of the unbeatens. It's crazy that LSU finally is starting to figure it out with that coach because, man, he's been starting off bad the last few years, but he's undefeated right now. LSU come in undefeated, but Ole Miss is a slight favorite at home. The sign of the market respect Rebels balance at the home, edge on field. I'll be paraphrasing some of this. Ole Miss QB, Trinidad James, not Trinidad James, sits at 260.5 passing yards. He's consistent, but LSU secondary has speed that could limit his plays with chunks. So, looking at the best prop, we going over with LSU because Ole Miss secondary been a little leaky. We can do that. And the best EV play or parlay, Ole Miss to win by 2. Garrick Nussmeier, I believe that's how you say his name. We going over on his passing yards, matched up with Aaron Anderson over on receiving yards. So that's what we like for that game. Next up, we got UMass versus Missouri. It's crazy that they is ranked. But, you know, this a blowout game, so you don't really have to go too much. You got a 4-0 team going against an 0-3 team. Best play right here is over 26 points by halftime. Blow them boys out very, very early. Blow them out very early. And I'm going backwards because the way I did it, I'm going backwards with the games such as the latest games and things like that. But we'll still make it work. Auburn versus Texas A&M. Texas A&M, and they're undefeated. Another undefeated team as a 7-point favorite with a 68% winnability. The Aggies have a more balanced team while Auburn offense have been inconsistent. For A&M, the QB has a passing rating of 247.5. Auburn defense has struggled against explosive plays, giving Reed a favorable matchup. With this one, we're going with Reed over on the passing yards. And when it come down to the parlay, we're taking A&M to cover that spread, Reed to go over, and Mario Craver to go over also with that play. Next game, we have USC. USC is 4-0. Just beat Michigan State. They didn't cover the spread. I don't believe with Michigan State. They did start scoring late, so I have to go back and look at it. Going against Illinois, who's 3-1, so you have a Big Ten showdown since in the Big Ten now. But, you know, it's going to be at Illinois. They still have USC as a favorite to win this one. They have a very high total at 60.5. Looking at their QB, they've been doing a thing. Illinois also. The matchup key, USC offensive explosiveness versus Illinois slower style. So looking at that, I will probably lean more towards probably under because that's a lot of points. And Illinois might slow them down. If Illinois run effectively, they can cover. If not, USC can pull away. So this is one where it's like USC can blow them out and pull away and win way probably by like 17 points. Or Illinois run and keep the game slow and they'll be on upset alert. So you got a bunch of good prop values right here. Then the best prop you got, Wayman Jordan rushing yards over 90. Heavy workload. Illinois has struggled to stop top running backs. Best EV parlay. Now you could have did the best Illinois to cover, which I wouldn't be mad at. But when you go to best EV parlay, we got Jordan on the rushing yards. We got Hank on receiving yards. And you team those two up, you will get some good money. Good money. Tennessee versus Mississippi State. Let me make sure. All right, I'm not in the way of you guys. Don't want to do that. Versus Mississippi State. Tennessee is 3-1. Comes in as a 7.5 favorite with a high total, another high one. I really think this is just going to be a great week of college football. I love a lot of these matchups. A lot of teams are playing. Looking at that, doing very good. So when you guys sign up, you'll get the access to all of these where you can read it and you can break it down instead of having to hear me read it. Best prop, we going with Joey over on passing yards. Tennessee thrives in fast-paced games, and Aguilar volume should be high. The best EV parlay, we going with Joey, and then taking Tennessee, added with Chris over on a receiving yards. BYU versus Colorado. This is probably the last game of the night. This is going to be a late game because, over in Colorado, it's a zillion hours different. BYU is 3-0, ranked 25, while Colorado is 2-2. They last one, and they put in Salters back in, so they definitely been inconsistent because they keep switching quarterbacks. We know Colorado defense is just terrible. Quarterback look a little bit better. I'm rooting for Colorado since I'm a prime person. But if I was to put my money on them, I'm definitely taking BYU to cover the spread, and they have to prove me wrong. With inconsistency on both sides of the ball, ESPN predictor give BYU 77.2 chance of winning, reflecting their strong defense and more balanced offense. Colorado biggest issue has been protecting the quarterback and establishing a running game, which has always have been for a very long time key angle. BYU defense should control the tempo, and a Russian attack behind L.J. Martin is a big mixed mismatch against Colorado week 1 defense. They will rely heavy on, how you say his first name, Caden Salter to make plays, but BYU defense can force mistakes. So the best play, L.J. Martin over 101 rushing yards. Ooh, because we know Colorado's going to give up like big plays, like 60-yard run, touchdown. It's just, that's a lot of yards. But against Colorado, we've seen a quarterback have like 4 touchdowns and 100 yards against them already. So with the best EV parlay, we're going with BYU to cover the spread, Chase Roberts over receiving, and L.J. Martin over on a rushing. This size BYU rushing dominates their receiver number 1 advantage in the game script together. Next, we have Georgia Tech versus Wake Forest. Georgia Tech is undefeated. They just beat Clemson with the upset game. They beat Colorado. So they are looking a lot better than everybody expected. Big spread, win by 14. Over under is at 52.5. Georgia is ranked number 16, undefeated. Great quarterback. Good things. I haven't watched any Wake Forest games. Nobody probably watched Wake Forest game besides people that live out there. But our best prop, we going with King rushing yards over 54. I seen him against Colorado run for 1 billion yards. Feel like he ran for 200, like 4 touchdowns. So I would definitely take that 54 yards. And the best EV play, you can take the under on points with that one. Georgia Tech defense and Wake inconsistency keep scoring lower. So definitely Georgia Tech to win, but lower scoring game. Switch it up a little bit so we can move a little bit faster. Ohio State versus Washington. Now, both teams are undefeated. The Buckeyes, I think they're going to have a tough one against Washington and Washington. Going all the way to the West Coast. That spread, man, I think Washington is going to pull away early, and Ohio State have to do a comeback game and probably win by 3. But I think they're going to start very slow with that one. So the best prop play, we're going with the passing yards. With their quarterback, Washington secondary has struggled against elite QBs, and Ohio State leans with the air attack. Best EV play, Ohio State to cover the spread, and the Buckeyes to do it. I wouldn't personally take that one because I don't want them to cover the spread. I want them to lose, but It'd be like that sometimes. And I believe we already did the Florida one. Did we already cover Florida? I believe, was it Florida State that we covered? Yeah, we covered Florida State, I believe. That was the first one. TCU versus Arizona, we covered that one. All right, so yeah, we back at the beginning. I believe we cover all of the games. Let's double check. Yeah, we did Florida State, TCU, bam, we did USC. We didn't cover Notre Dame. This is going to be an interesting one and we didn't do Vanderbilt. So with Notre Dame, I think they'll win. I have them covering the spread, and I like the under because I think that is too much. I think that's way too high value for them. Now, I know I probably have the breakdown, or did I not send it to myself? Yeah, I do have a breakdown. I just didn't send it. And let's see what is our plays with this one because we didn't do the full deal. Let's look at it. All right. Now, looking at this, the best play was Taylon Green rushing yards, over 55 rushing yards. Dual threat QB. Andy defense has struggled versus mobile QBs. Best EV play is to take Arkansas to cover that spread. Now, you want to do the parlay, you go Green rushing yards, Omega Blake receiving 66.5. Now, I like the under of me just seeing. I think that's just too high. I don't think both teams going to be able to score that much. Let me know in the comments, do y'all like the over or under with that one? Utah State versus Vanderbilt. This will be an earlier game, and I definitely haven't watched any of them because and that's why you want EV plays and you want some AI breakdowns because this help you out with teams like this. Vanderbilt is randomly 4-0, Utah State 3-1, but you get Vanderbilt to blow them out. And Utah State is at home and they've been winning, but they probably have been winning against good teams. So you got Vanderbilt first half to cover the spread. Vanderbilt tends to start fast, depth advantage early. Best EV play is the under. Vanderbilt defense should limit Utah State scoring, and you add both of those, you can get some good value with it. We did watch the say LSU and Ole Miss. Did we talk about LSU and Ole Miss? I believe we did already. Yep, we did talk about this game because we had Ole Miss to cover the spread, and then we had the QB to do his thing. Yep, Auburn, Texas A&M, talked about them. The game we definitely didn't talk about is the Oregon Ducks versus Penn State. This will be the game of the week. Who do y'all have winning this one? The over-under, I believe the over-under is too low. I definitely would take Oregon with the points because I think Oregon, it's really hard to stop them from scoring because once they get started, it just get nasty and it get ugly. But Penn State is a serious team. They've been like a top team for the last few years and been consistent with it. Plus, they playing at home. It's going to be a whiteout. I want to go to Oregon game. I want to go to Oregon game too. But I want to go to a Penn State game. When Michigan play Penn State in Penn State, I would definitely probably want to go check that out. Penn State, one of the best defenses in the country, especially on the run. They lean on they running back Nicholas Singletary and Katron Allen. Oregon versatile up-tempo offense with explosive receivers. They need the QB to step up. Expectations, a close game, possibly decided late. Oregon +3 look attractive with this spot. the pick. We going with Drew over on them yards, and you have the best EV parlay. This one, yeah, I like Oregon over on points because they probably got it low. They probably got it like at 24.5 or something. Just off me guessing, I would definitely do that one. But that is the goal of how we end up doing it and breaking it down. Let me know if you guys made it this far. We've been doing rocking for 25 minutes. Put 25 in the comments. Let me know y'all been rocking with a player. If y'all want a more detailed breakdown with the NFL, each game, breaking it down and giving you guys more insight. Now, when it come down to college, I still would do my own picks and parlays, such as using Outlier and like consistency, since they give us so many boosts. Last week we hit some good ones, so let's keep it up. Come join the team if you guys want to try out my lock logic stuff, where you get this full printout and a full breakdown of each game. Use the promo code AI50 to check it out, and it do give you the umbrella of my other plays and my cappers and exactly what we are doing. Take a lot of time to do this. It's 5 in the morning right now, and I'm doing this video because once I'm locked in, I want to just stay locked in all the way. If you guys want to see all the other promotions, just check in the description what we have. Don't be lame. See you guys in the Hall of Fame. Let's go.